I'm gon' bust your head. I'm gon' bust your head. I'm gon' bust your head. I'm gon' bust your head.
Vladimir
Here we go. SparStar Promotions is proud to present the rerounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by YTAP Let's Fight, proud sponsors of SparStar Promotions. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, George Gallegos. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing black trunks. He is training out of Defiant MMA in Burbank by way of Huntington Park. He weighed in 168 1/2 pounds. He brings to the cage an undefeated record, 4 wins, no losses, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Adrian Gonzales. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks, trimmed in gray. He is training out of Dynamics in West Los Angeles by way of El Segundo. He weighed in 167 pounds. His record, no wins with 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Sean Crenshaw. All right, fans, here we go. The rerounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division.
All right, we talked a little bit about Crenshaw's corner, but in the corner of his opponent, Adrian Gonzales, we got a couple guys from Defiant MMA, including Marcos Bonilla. Touching the gloves and we're underway. Crenshaw starts off with a middle kick. Gonzales looking to counter, perhaps pawing with the jab.
I knew
in
that
on
was
a
coming.
single leg. Gonzales inside control. Crenshaw looking to work off the cage.
Crenshaw pretty adept at getting back up to his feet. You can see if he can get to his knees or use the cage to climb back up and get to his feet. Looks like he's going to be successful here, looking to pummel, circle out.
Looking for the underhook. Adrian Gonzales has him pressed up against the cage.
Yeah, Gonzales is definitely a very solid wrestler from what I've seen on his tape. Crenshaw, idea probably wants to get out of this clinch situation and keep it on the feet.
At 175 pounds, both of these guys look very large. I would say they're closer to 185 pounds. Both of these guys are approaching the middleweight as far as size weight. So even though the catch weight was agreed to at 175 pounds, that's what they weighed yesterday. They definitely don't weigh that now. No shortage of muscle in that cage, is there?
Yeah, both guys are probably 185 right now, solid too. You know, not a lot of fat on either fighter.
Gonzales firmly in control, controlling Crenshaw up against the cage. Crenshaw looking for underhooks to pummel and to perhaps circle off. But Gonzales is smothering him right now. Nice swimming with his hands to get free, but Gonzales again in on a single.
Nice
Good
job
balance
Crenshaw
by Crenshaw.
Gonzales staying tenacious though, gonna be content with pinning him up against the cage here, trying to wear him down.
You know, sometimes in a battle of attrition where one guy goes for a takedown and doesn't get it, he could burn him out. Crenshaw has a leg, but now he's eating some right hands.
Crenshaw using a nice single leg variation from half guard to try to come up.
Looking to transition through the back door. Gonzales controlling him well. And that's the end of the first round.
Crenshaw doing a nice job of getting back up to his feet, and Gonzales implementing his game plan. You know, I'm sure he came in here and wanted to put Crenshaw on his back. He did that and wore him out up against the cage. Judges are going to see that in his favor, although there was no damage really from either fighter. It's going to go probably 29-28.
That's definitely, we have definitely the first round going for Adrian Gonzales. Not with damage, but with control. Unfortunately, Crenshaw has not been able to muster much offense. He's been concentrating mostly on transitioning from his back. Doing well, but unfortunately transitions don't equal points on the scorecards.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job. You know, he's doing what a lot of other fighters couldn't do in Gonzales' previous fights, which is get up off the bottom. Crenshaw showing a lot of tenacity and technique in doing that, and I'm sure Gonzales is taking note.
Once again, these fights are only 2-minute rounds, so it's really difficult to reverse position and get yourself in a situation where you regain dominance, because there's just not that much time in your favor.
Exactly, and Gonzales is fighting a smart fight. You know, he wants to control Crenshaw up against the cage and win the fight there if he can, which is what he's doing so far.
All right, referee Gallegos calls him to center. Touch of the gloves, and round 2 is underway. Gonzales stays in the center. Crenshaw flirts with the head kick, misses with the leg kick.
Crenshaw wants to be careful with the kicks because it's going to give Gonzales an entry to get in there and take him down.
Crenshaw with a nice right hand to the body, but again, in the spider's web as Adrian Gonzales locks up another body lock.
Nice balance shown by Crenshaw here to put Gonzales up against the cage for a change here. Gonzales.
Nice knee to the body. That might have been a little low. Another one a little low. That's 2 low blows in a row. Referee missed them. Both on the cup. Crenshaw defending well against the takedown, using the underhook beautifully. But Gonzales with a nice outside trip.
Crenshaw's going to look to get his left underhook here and get back to his knees if he can, using the cage for leverage.
Sean definitely using his feet to walk off the cage, perhaps create enough room for a sweep or to get back to his feet, which he does.
Nice job by Crenshaw to come up on that single leg to get back to his feet. Needs to create some distance here to get back within striking range.
Excellent transition from Crenshaw, but once again, there is no score. Referee saw that low blow.
Gonzales on the mat now.
That was a deep knee to the groin. Gonzales writhing in pain. The 3rd low blow of the fight. First one recognized.
That looked pretty significant here. Gonzales looks to be in a lot of pain. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover from this, but he's got 5 minutes, I think.
Adrian Gonzales bouncing on his heels, hopefully to drop the jewels back in their proper place.
It's no fun for anybody when that happens. I'm sure it was unintentional. Referee's going to give Gonzales as much time as he needs. Hopefully he's able to continue. This is an interesting back and forth battle.
It's a chess match, but it's a chess match that I have Gonzales clearly in charge. Crenshaw is really going to need to let his hands go and score with some striking if he has any chance to win this one. Looks like Adrian's appears to be ready, and we're underway. Nice show of sportsmanship as the blow was unintentional. Crenshaw feigns but bluffs back.
Gonzales has no interest in exchanging on the feet. He's immediately shooting every time. Crenshaw has now somewhat figured it out. He's doing a nice job of not being taken down and now enforcing his will.
Nice right hand over the top, scores, and one to the body for Crenshaw.
Perhaps Crenshaw can sneak away with this round if he can continue to pin Gonzales up against the cage.
Gonzales with a snapmare brought Crenshaw down, but he quickly got back up. Body lock controlling Crenshaw. Another low blow missed by the referee. That one really hurt Crenshaw. He's in trouble.
Crenshaw
left and right land, but Crenshaw comes off the cage with a nice right hand. This fight is the story of the low blow. The 3 that have not been seen and the 1 that has been.
Well, you know, when you're in a clinch like that for the majority of the fight, which you've been in, it's bound to happen. You know, you've got each have an identical position, 1 over, 1 under, and each guy's looking to inflict some kind of damage. The only option at that point is to throw a knee.
Now, Kevin, you're a spot on the wall in the corner right now. What's Vladimir Matyshenko telling Crenshaw he has to do to win this fight?
He's probably telling him, you know, stop kicking. Because it's given the opponent an opportunity to get in on you. You got to punch and get out. You got to get in punching range, land your shots, and then get out and be ready for that shot. Because it's obvious his opponent is not looking to strike on the feet at all. I don't think he's thrown a punch.
Now, if you're Gonzales, do you continue going to the well with using the strikes to get in on the body lock, or do you offer something different to perhaps get Crenshaw off balance?
Well, I know Gonzales has heavy hands because I've seen him finish fights before, so he may look to mix it up.
All right, 3rd and final round, back and forth war here. We'll call this one the Battle of Transitions 2015. Crenshaw, a nice leg kick, but it was on the foot. Not much power behind that. It's a nice left and an uppercut lands for Sanchez, but Crenshaw comes right back. Nice head kick for Crenshaw, but Sanchez parlays it into a takedown, back into side control.
It's Gonzales, not Sanchez, but
Gonzales, sorry about that. Adrian Gonzales and his bread and butter here, putting Crenshaw on his back in side control. Crenshaw closing up the guard. Now working out of the open guard, looking to work off that fence again.
Crenshaw's got to get back up to his feet. This is Gonzales' world. He loves to hold fighters down here and do some ground and pound and control position. He's landing some pretty heavy shots with that right hand. Crenshaw at this point wants to get his right underhook now, which he has, I believe. I can't see past his leg. He's got it. He's going to want to get up on his side and try to, again, come up on that single leg and get to his feet like he's done.
Crenshaw closing up the half guard, preventing the slide over in the mount, but Adrian Gonzales is offering all the offense right now, and Sean Crenshaw is purely defensive. This is not good. He's not going to be able to win the fight if he keeps it here. Relentless attack from Adrian Gonzales, who's soaking up the spill that is Sean Crenshaw right now, sponging him. Crenshaw flirting with elevating his legs, but Gonzales doing a good job of posturing into the ground and pound. Nice right hand and left hand land. Crenshaw swimming to get around it, but he's going to have to do something more than that. Crenshaw with a nice kick to push him off, but a right hand lands to the back of the head. Another one to the back of the head. Adrian Gonzales in pure control here, but some of those strikes are questionable.
And that's going to do it. Both fighters really put it all on the line. You know, Gonzales did a nice job of enforcing his game plan. He's obviously a high-level wrestler and is very skilled at ground and pound. Crenshaw did all he could, you know, to get back up and did many times.
He just did not have an answer for that ground attack. He could not. He could transition, but he could not score off the transition.
Right.
And again, once again, this is a prime example of Adrian Gonzales coming in with a game plan and effectively taking Sean Crenshaw out of his game plan.
Yeah.
You got to give your hats off to Adrian Gonzales, a definitive win.
Yeah, he did what he wanted to do. He executed probably 100% of what his game plan was. Didn't hit every takedown. Crenshaw did a nice job of defending a number of those takedowns, showed great balance. But, you know, all you need is one. And he was able to stick him down there and hold him for a while, landed some nice ground and pound in that third round. Crenshaw showing a good chin and a lot of heart. He'll be back. You know, this is a first fight for him in a couple years. And this is a real test, you know, to come in here up against Adrian Gonzales.
Who just picked up his 5th win, by the way.
Yeah, you know, the guy's 4-0, obviously very skilled, well-rounded. Crenshaw coming in off not fighting in 2 years. No shame in losing to this opponent, you know. Gonzales may want to think about, you know, turning pro at this point. He's 5-0, ranked 8th right now. He's probably going to climb a couple more after this win. Maybe fight for a belt or go pro, you know, with that wrestling pedigree.
Let's turn it over to veteran ring announcer Jim Fitzgerald for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have our decision. All 3 judges ringside scored the bout 30-27 in favor of our winner by unanimous decision. He is still undefeated, the red corner, Adrian Gonzales. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the ClinchReport.com, Jonathan King.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Adrian. Great fight. Before we get to Adrian, let's take our hats off Sean Crenshaw. Gave all he could. Excellent job, Sean. Wasn't the opponent you were supposed to originally fight, but that guy right there is a real fighter. Adrian's got a lot more experience, and he stepped up and said, let's do it. So hats off to Sean. But now let's get to you. Adrian, You got 5-0 as an amateur, baby. Everybody in here wants to know. We're gonna take those shin guards off. What's next for you, babe?
This thing should have been off today. I don't know, whatever my coach think. I wish I would showcase my hands a little more. Sorry for the slow start. That's work.
You won the game, you won the fight, obviously, with your relentless top pressure. Wrestling, is that something that you thought you could come in and control the fight? Did you know anything about your opponent? As a last-minute replacement, I know you took the fight. So, you know, in the amateurs, we deal with a lot of bullshit that people don't realize. So, was that the game plan coming in? Sponsors, training partner, family. I know you got a lot of friends here you'd like to thank. No fighter fights alone, so who'd you bring in the cage with you?
Marcos right here, my training partner, one. Martin, my strength conditioning coach, of course. Danny, my multi coach. Thanks so much for this. I was just a scrappy guy, you know, for my life, but thanks so much for support. My family, my friends that came out, thank you so much. Thank you guys for always saving my girlfriend.
What's next for you, Tom?
Another fight soon, hopefully. Belt, hopefully.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, his pants are falling down. He needs a belt. Someone get this guy a title shot. Great fight, Adrian Gonzales. Thank you very much.